today I was hoping to climb up either up onto the roaches or some other less well used higher ground. I really don't fancy climbing up because of that. I've only got the aluminium pole to support the antenna with, so that means I'd have to carry that up and carry well, I've got my sling pack as well, and then any other bits and bobs that I need. But then when I get there, if the weather turns, I'm going to be a bit stuck, and then also trying to fasten the pole onto something when I'm up there. So what I may do is I may just find somewhere to park the car up and put the antenna next to the car to play 2 meters for a little bit. But the main intention today is to set up for tonight and go on to 40 meters. And when I left home about an hour ago, the propagation wasn't looking too good. I think the A index was 24 and the K index was 4, which is not good numbers. But I've brought with me the Klansman 320. I've also brought with me the 897 and a PSU for that. And then I've bought the SOTA beams as well. And so pretty much similar setup to the last time I was here, but this time I bought the Klansman as well because I want to just do a little bit of work on the military radio. So I'll have a run through the gear in a bit more detail in a few minutes. I'll just start to get the rest of my gear, and then we can have a look at what bits and bobs I brought with me. And I don't know if you can hear the wind or not. It's battering this bunk barn. It sounds ace. Right, I'll get my gear together and I'll show you what I brought with me, and then I'll go out and try and play an hour or so on 2 meters. Okay. This time I've brought with me it's a chargeable light because the light in this building causes a heck of a lot of noise, especially because of the quiet background around here. Anyway, you can really pick up what's happening inside this bunk barn. So I brought that. I'm going to plug that in a few minutes, get that charged up. Got an extension with me for that. I've got the SOTA beams. This is the linked dipole. It does 40, 30 and 20. I always tend to bring a little a toolkit with me. I brought some extra pegs as well because I may have to put 2 lots of guying onto the pole where the antenna is going on tonight, because it's so windy. I might have to rig together 2 lots of guys. I've got a trauma kit, a military trauma kit, well stocked. You never know when you may need it or somebody else may need it. So that's a proper military trauma kit. I've brought the G5 RV. I very rarely use it. It's a bit of a crappy compromise. What I may do one day is actually either trim back these and just convert it into something else that's either monoband or something's a little bit better than the G5. But that's just in the bag anyway as a absolute backup. I've got my trusty knife. You never know. It's lasted me a few years now, and I've got one of those. We all know what that is. It does work when you've got nothing else. It's the best radio you've got when you've got no other radio on you. And I brought with me a PTT and you know, a mic kit for the 897. In this bag I've just got some warm stuff, and I've got my army softie in here in case it gets cold later. Fantastic army softie. Never go anywhere without that during the winter. That saved my bacon on a number of occasions. My wash kit, pretty well stocked wash kit. Yeah, I've got my military bag there. Got the 320 with me, just using the hand mic with that tonight. And then in the car I've got the same gear that I took out with me on the last video for 2 meters and 6 meters. So that's in the car because I'm hoping to drive out now and just find somewhere to park up. Oh yeah, of course, over there I've got my sleeping bag. It's a 4-season, quite a heavy thing, and I brought with me at this time I'm going to make my own tea here. Well, more from scratch, more fresh food rather than buying processed food. I'm going to make myself an obligatory curry tonight, and I've got a small bottle of gin for later. So that's the gear for the moment. Just going to get the place tidied up and then get out, play radio. Just I think the RSGB contest is still on, so hopefully I'll get out and play with that for an hour or so. Not having a good time at all. My SWR is not good. I suspect it's because I'm running the antenna so close to the car. It's not far enough away from the metal of the car. I think it's just needs some clearance. So it's again, it's only a temporary measure until I get myself sorted out properly. Parted intention was to come out and just climb up somewhere with it, but I'm not doing that in this weather. So I'm trying to get lashed next to the car, but that's not doing so well. So I'm going to pack down, drive, hopefully find a spot, and there'll be nobody else there. It is a favourite radio spot, so there may be somebody there already, and we'll just play it by ear. I've changed location. I'm higher up. The SWR is down, but I'll tell you what, I'm not picking much up from here. Yes, granted, there's a few more hills in the way here. Getting the whole antenna away from the car has helped, because I haven't got the height. You see, if I got the height I wouldn't have the problem, but I've only got this tiny little aluminium pole. Next time, when I'm better planned, if I'm working from the car, I'll have a much taller mast. I've already copied this chap. That's too much in the background. Whoa. Right, I've taken down the antenna I was using. I'm plugged into the mag mount on the roof now. Picking up one or two people on FM having a good old chinwag. Can't blame them. I'm tempted to go for a walk, but everywhere is so boggy where I normally walk, and I've got a spare coat. Well, that was fun. Probably picked up more off the handheld going for a walk. Granted that it was, you know, because of simplex and repeaters rather than my SSB. But yeah, slightly still disappointed with the experience today. But put that down to my own planning, my own requirements for next time I do come out and do this properly. But it just means that if I want to do some backpack SSB, I have got to really think about the type of antenna that I'm using and the height that I can get it to just using fiberglass. Because if I try and get this antenna onto a fiberglass, it will just tighten up. It will just shatter the pole. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the bunk barn and try and get set up there before the sun sets. I'd like to do it in the daylight so I know what I'm doing. Okay, see you in a bit.